our young adults is also no longer a ministry in and of itself. And I'm like, there's a lack in our church. But I was like, wait, I'm like, why does it always have to be on the church to do something? That's a lot. And I'm like, why does it always need to fall on somebody? I'm like, it could fall on me. It could fall on us. I want to connect more people my age from different churches across our county because I feel there is a revival happening in New York.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Let's Testify Together podcast. I am your host, Rasheeda, and I'm so happy to be able to sit down for another episode with a special guest. This is a platform where real people get to share their stories of what God is doing in their life, and I'm just so excited to finally tap in with an OG. OG Mel that's been watching the podcast since day one. And when I didn't post, you're like,
what happened?
What happened? What's going on? I love it. You've been keeping me accountable.
It's been months now.
Okay, whoa. But you're right. But we're back. We're back.
So back.
But I'm so excited to sit down with you. I feel like I know like 0.05% of your testimony and your story. And so I'm super excited to get to know you more. Obviously, we know each other through church, but I also want to give you the platform to share your testimony because I know it's a powerful one from what I've already heard and what I'm also a part of with what you're, launching. And I'll let you talk more to that. But thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
To sit down and talk to me.
I'm so excited.
Yay! Well, Mel, hey, what's up?
What's up? Should I introduce myself?
Yeah, you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
My full government name?
Sure. Do it.
Hey, my name is Melanie Garcia. All right. Where do I begin? I guess let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning.
When I was 0.
Please.
Please. All right. Let's talk seriously, though. I grew up in church. My dad was a worship pastor. Oh, wow. And I grew up... Can you sing? I guess. I think I can. I think I'm just too shy to actually ever do it. Yeah. I think a few selective people have heard me, and they're like, yeah, you're not bad. I was like, cool. That's all affirmation I think I need.
Please. So you're not gonna...
That's like not my thing.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fine.
So, yeah, I grew up in church. I grew up Assemblies of God, which is under the Pentecostal branch.
Okay.
Let that say whatever it needs to say.
Right.
Yeah, I've always known of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Let's start off with that. Mm-hmm. Did I know the Lord? Probably not until recently. Did I know the name of Jesus and believe in God? 100%. I had no doubt ever in my life that there was a God who loved me. Yeah. At the baseline, that's all I knew.
You knew the bare minimum.
Yeah. So I grew up in church, and it was just like me, my dad, my mom, and my brother. And it was just every single week. I'd be at church 5 times a week, and I would help out with like worship stuff with my dad. And that started my production journey. Ooh, okay. When I was a kid.
Mel was on the production team at our
production team. And I went through youth, and I would say, I grew up in Yonkers.
Yeah, I was about to ask if you're
so I grew
originally
up
from New York.
Yeah, I was born and raised in New York. I grew up in Yonkers, which is just a part, for those that don't know, it's a part of Westchester County. It's a larger city within our county, and it's a little ghetto. It's a little ghetto. And that's where I grew up. However,
do you still live in Yonkers?
No, not anymore. Okay. My parents, I got out the hood. My parents moved us out the hood.
Now that you're saying it, it is more of like the hooder part of Westchester.
Yeah, I would say it's like Yonkers, Mount Vernon. It's a little sketchy.
Yeah. So
I definitely grew up in the ghetto, but I think what held me accountable was church and being surrounded by really great people who knew and loved the Lord. So I think that kept me from being a little hoodlum when I was a child, which was great, honestly. Shout out to my parents.
Your parents is probably going to watch us like...
No, I know. I know. I already told them. I was like, I'm going to do this podcast, and you're going to be like, what is going on with her?
They're going to sit you down like, well... Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you have a brother and a sister?
I just have a brother.
Okay.
So it's me, both my parents and my brother. Yeah. So I would go through like the youth stuff, and it was so much fun. All my friends were there, and we would just have tons of whatever. We'd go to like youth conferences and stuff like that. And I think I was under the assumption, because I was so young, that I had a relationship with God. And I didn't realize until much later in life that I never did.
Yeah.
So it's like I would be like, okay, I think I was like super legalistic. Not I know I was super legalistic.
In what capacity? Explain.
Meaning that, sure, it was like Pentecostal, but I was like, everything's a sin. I could dance. Dancing was not a sin to me.
You said I draw the line there.
Dancing was not a sin, but it's like everything, like don't curse, no sex, obviously, but it's just like I took everything to the next level. Like I was just like, whatever rules you're telling me has to be true. Yeah. Which is good, I guess, as a kid, but I think I was like, no, I can't be affiliated with doing this and that and whatever. So especially when I grew up, like I went to a public school and everyone was doing this, that, and the third. I was like, you guys shouldn't be doing that. You guys should not be. I was Debbie Downer.
Were you the Jesus friend in school?
Yes, I was the Jesus friend, but I had like no relationship. So that's the funniest part. Yeah. So I think I thought I did. That's the thing. So I think my heart was genuinely in the right place. So whatever, like my friends would kind of do whatever they were doing that kids do, and I was like, you can't do that. That's not,
you're going to hell.
Yeah, I was like, that's not good. Sinners.
I would take those to you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. So that was more like growing up, and then as I got older, the church, like my home church, we ended up switching. Just there's, church politics. It's church politics everywhere. Right. So we ended up switching, and then we moved to this church in Portchester. Which was great. And it was non-denominational, and it was really, really nice, but there was nobody there my age. So I lost my community from going to one church to the other. And I was maybe about 14 years old, and it was just, I was serving on like the kids ministry and like going every Sunday, but I wasn't reading my word. I didn't know that was like a thing that I had to actually do. Yeah. Like a requirement.
I guess, did you see like, I don't know if it, like, where your parents, did they also grow up in church? Like, I guess
they did.
Okay, so where did you kind of, I don't want to say, like, did you see them like also reading their word?
I guess I didn't. Like, I guess, or I wasn't paying attention. One of those two, but no one was like, oh yeah, these are like the things that you need to do. Yeah. I feel like it was kind of open-ended. Yeah. I'm so sorry, parents. They're probably going to be like, that is not even true, you liar.
They're going to rebuke you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so I was just kind of curious, because I know I've talked to a lot of people that their upbringing is, if their parents are in the church, then it kind of sounds like the same story. You just go because your parents are like, this is what we do. We go to church on
but
Sundays.
I think I enjoyed it. That was the thing. But maybe I just enjoyed it because I had friends there. Okay. So it was like a fun thing for me to go every Sunday. And even like well into high school, I would invite people to like our youth group. And I was like, hey, do you want to come to know Jesus? You want to do that? So, which is funny, but yeah.
Did you like so you mentioned that you guys switched church and started a church and went to a church and started going to a church. Can I talk? What? And started going to a church in Portchester, but you lost your community. Do you feel like, even though you didn't necessarily have like this relationship with the Lord, do you feel like that affected your relationship
100%
at all with him?
Yeah. I think it did, because I think once that was gone, it started getting a little shaky for me. And that's when I was like, oh, the world is big, huh? Let's take a step back, though, also, because I feel like this is definitely a huge part of why I was like pretty regimented as a kid, which was like I just listened to whatever my parents had to say. I would go to church, do whatever. I was like very involved in softball at a very, very young age, like 5, 6 years old. Softball was my life, my entire life. Yeah. It was like games on the weekends with 2 or 3 travel teams, whatever, from the Bronx, from White Plains, literally from everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
That was it. That was what brought me joy. And I felt like as I was getting older and that kind of disappeared after high school, that's when things got really hard for me. So it went from a shift of me having a community and having something that kind of tied me to something and being in church and being a part of something bigger. And then that was gone.
Yeah.
And then I was maybe 16, 17 years old I was 17 when I graduated.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I kind of already decided, unfortunately, I wanted to play college softball, but I was like I was really anal. I was a really anal, nerdy high schooler that was prude, and I would do absolutely nothing. Like, no drinking, no smoking. And my parents ended up moving us to Mamaroneck. Oops. That's where I live now. Maybe let's redo this. My parents ended up moving us to a better neighborhood, better school district. And I think everything around me was like all of these rich kids had nothing better to do besides drink and smoke and take drugs all day long. And I was like, no, you can't do that. I can't do that. And then I don't know, definitely after I had graduated and I had no more community with church, no more softball. I was like, what is there now?
Like, you're not tethered to anything. And I think that's so important, like, regardless of if you are religious or, you know, you are secular. Like, I think it's very scary when you find someone that's not tethered to any community or anyone that can tell them no, or like be just something, like be like, you know, supported. Like, that scares me a lot. Like, that scares me a lot, especially when I think about from like a religious aspect, like when I think about atheists, and I'm like, so y'all don't believe in nothing? Like, that's scary to me. Like, if you tell me like I believe in Buddha or something, I'm like, all right, like, you believe in
at least you care about something.
You don't believe in nothing? That scares me, that you're not tethered to anything.
Yeah.
But how did that kind of like, I guess, how did that, like, I know you mentioned around that time it started getting like difficult for you. Like, what did that
I guess
lead to?
I had no identity in anything. My identity was in sports. Yeah. That was it. Once that was gone, I was like, oh no. Yeah. What am I to do now? Yeah. That was kind of nearing the end of high school. I had just graduated, and then I started getting attention from men. And that's all she wrote for me. That's what started me kind of just living in the world right after high school. And it was like me going to college. I was just getting attention from grown men that had no business talking to me. Yeah. And that's kind of where I shifted my focus. So instead of going back to my roots and going back to the Lord, which, I mean, no surprise there. I never had a foundation. Exactly. So it was very easy for me to be like, oh, I'm done with this for now. And it's not like I stopped believing, but it's just like, oh, I believe enough. I'm doing what's right? Oh, God knows my heart. Yeah. That's what everyone would say. God knows my heart.
Wow, the Bible said the heart is
deceitful among all things.
You took the words out of my mouth, because when you mentioned that you didn't go back to your roots, it's kind of like you didn't have those roots to begin with. I think it goes to show the difference between relationship and religion. Yeah. Like, when you're tied to something that's like, I'm just checking a box, like I'm just, you know, showing up on Sunday, but I don't have a relationship. It's like, now you don't have the Holy Spirit that's convicting you and pulling you back to like the truth. Yeah. Now you're just kind of like just there in the ether of existed.
Yeah, which was hard. So then it was like I kind of completely threw myself into like relationships. Yeah. And I'm a big lover girl, so I will just I started dating this guy, and he was older than me, and I was, I guess, 18 at the time. I dated him for about 5 years. And that relationship, he wasn't Christian. Yeah. And even though in the back of my mind, I kind of knew that was always important to me. Yeah. For whatever reason, I always thought that was important to me. And, you know, at the time, it was iffy, that relationship. I think we kind of both knew that I didn't really want to move forward with it. So we broke up, and then literally a week after we broke up, I started dating another guy.
Wow.
Real quick right after.
Wow. And I'm saying wow because I empathize so much with that, like throughout that period of my life. Like I was like being a lover girl like through and through. Like I was the sort of girl that was like relationship back to back to back to back to back.
It was like I thought that's like what it was. Like it would get bad, and I was like, oh, we don't really even have that much in common, but I would stay.
Yeah.
Because that's like compromise, you know. You gotta like go through hard things with your partner and whatever. I should have ended that relationship super quickly.
Yeah.
But then it lasted 5 years. Which was great. So push that from 18 to 23. And
that's creating like those are like pivotal years as like young adults.
Yep.
Like 18
my
to 23.
whole life was this man. My whole adult life was just this guy. And, you know, once he was gone and I knew I didn't want him, I was like, oh no, I need to search for someone else, because now what I found my identity in, he's gonna leave.
Yeah,
he's gonna leave. We're breaking up. This is gonna be done. Who else can I find? Found someone real quick.
Yeah. And
he let's say I love both of my exes, but I'm very happy that we're not together. I don't have anything bad to say. It's just we were not meant for each other.
Right.
And I jumped into a relationship with this guy, and he was Muslim, but fake Muslim. He didn't practice. He wasn't practicing. Don't say fake. He was not a practicing. He was a non-practicing Muslim. It was just by like oh, you just say you're Christian.
Right.
He was saying he's Muslim. He didn't practice anything. But I think I kind of enjoyed being with him because I could talk to him sort of about God. And I think my understanding, I guess I didn't really understand his religion. He barely could defend his, and I feel like I could barely defend Christianity. So it was like two dummies talking and arguing with each other half the time. But at least I kind of liked that he at least believed in something.
Right.
Even though I thought he was wrong. Yeah. His belief. It's just crazy.
Right.
And then I dated him for 2 years. And, you know, I think I spent that relationship so this was like, I was 23, and then I dated him until I was 25. So the summer of, let's say, July of 2024, that's when I felt God pulling me back.
I want to like pause before we kind of jump into like him pulling you, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of curious a little bit about, excuse me, it sounds like from a early age, you had like this identity issue.
Yep.
I hate to say it like
no,
issue. Do you feel like that was something that happened from like childhood, or that started happening once you kind of let go of the community that was like supporting you from like softball and church? Or?
Yeah, I think it was just like had nothing to do with my parents.
Gotcha.
They were both.
You're like, let me make it clear, mom and dad. It had nothing to do with you.
My parents are both in my life, and they love me very, very greatly and deeply, and have done everything that they possibly could to give me the life that I have right now. You know, but I think it literally was like I was just always searching for something, and I really do feel like my identity was just sports.
Yeah,
and
I get that.
And I was gone, and I was not good.
You said I spiraled after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of that kind of happened in your young adult, time frame age.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned summer of 2024. You felt like, the Lord was pulling you. I guess take us through that.
So I just remember looking at my boyfriend at the time, and I was just looking around his apartment, and I'm like, this is the life that I feel like I need to live.
Ooh.
And I'm like, whoa. I said, this is crazy.
What do you mean by that? Like, what? Like...
I don't know. I was just like looking around, and I'm like, this can't be it, right? Like, this can't be the end all be all. It felt like him and I were kind of getting pretty serious, and My parents did not like this man. And shout out to my parents for real, actually, because they were like, you know what? You're wrong with dating this person. We're not going to beat a dead horse. We're going to tell you 1, 2, 3 times our opinion. You're going to find out yourself and you'll be back because we're praying for you to come back. And that's all they had to say. They didn't have to force me and be like, I'm going to kick you out of the house, because I was living alone from when I was like 18 up until like 23, 24 years old. I was on my own because I knew I was acting a fool and I did not want to drag my parents into that at all. And I knew, because I knew I was wrong. I knew I was not listening to what they taught me to do.
Subconsciously you knew.
I'm like, you know what? If I'm not home, they don't have to deal with it.
Answer. You don't have that authority to
and I'm like, I know I'm wrong. So I don't want to hear it. So I'm going to just be gone, do my own thing. And at that time I was living back at home, but I was like, oh, I'm grown now. Like, you can't tell me what to do. Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
You said the commandment that says honor your mother and father. Was not
crazy
there.
Yeah, I was bold. That's what you get when you live in the world. And I'm like, you know, my parents would tell me, this isn't the person you're supposed to be with, but we're gonna just let you rock. We're gonna let you do your thing. You'll be back though. They would always call me the prodigal's daughter. And it's so true. I'd be like out sleeping over at my ex's house and like fully kind of like living with these 2 men. Outside of the covenant of marriage.
If you catch that.
Yeah. And, you know, I was really just, I don't know. I just felt God being like, you want this life? Do you really want this life?
Yeah.
And no shame at all to my ex, but I'm like, I think this is gonna sound crazy. I just knew I was better than him, and I was like, I can't settle for someone so mediocre.
Wow.
First of all,
Melanie.
Yeah, like I'm like, I'm an educated woman. Wow. I'm like, why am I with this guy? And I'm like, and he doesn't even know the Lord. I was like, isn't that important to me? So then I started to think, like, why is that important to me? Like, why is this? Why am I doing all of this? This doesn't make sense. It felt like a switch turned on in my brain. And I'm like, oh no, this is bad. I said, I think I need to get out of this before it gets like too much, too far. And I, you know, at that time I was like, okay, like maybe I'll go back to like my old church in Portchester. I really enjoyed being there. And I'm like, you know, I don't think I want to do that. Why don't I go to the church that's right down the street, 2 minutes away from my house?
The fact that you live that close.
Yeah, I live very close to our church, and that was a huge factor as to why I went there.
2-minute walk?
Not a walk, 2-minute drive.
Okay,
if I walk 10 minutes maybe.
Okay, but that's still pretty close.
Very close. It's less than a mile
very
from
close
my house.
On like, especially a nice Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. I started talking to one of my really close friends, Amanda, and she's not even a believer, but I asked her, I was like, you know, I think I really want to go back to church, but I'm afraid. And she's like, why are you afraid? I said, well, I don't want to go if I'm not living right.
Yeah.
I'm actively living a life that completely goes against the Bible. So why should I go? I should break up with this guy first and like start acting right and living right, and then I could start going. And she just like looked at me in the face, and she's just like, I don't know if that's how it works, but I think you should just go. And I think by her saying that, I was just like, okay, I'll just go. Yeah. You're right. I'll just go. Yeah. Why am I so afraid? So I went, and I didn't know anybody from the church. And I went on a Sunday, and mind you, I forget if it was Pastor Janice or Pastor Heather. They were talking about something that wouldn't even convict me, first of all. Worship, hold on, banging. In tears the whole time. I stepped into that building, and I was just like crying. My eyes did not stop shedding tears that entire time. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah. Message. It was about, I think, stewarding your finances. Why was I crying? Why was I crying? There was nothing to like cry about. Yeah. And I think I just felt so overwhelmed by the Lord. I'm like, I can't live this anymore.
Wow.
This is it. I got to break up with this dude.
Yeah.
So that was fast forward. So like I spent the summer being iffy. What should I do? What should I do? I don't think I should do this anymore, but I'm scared, God. I'm really scared because I have been in a relationship my whole adult life with 2 different men.
Yeah.
What the heck? What's my life going to be like? I don't even know what I like.
Right.
I don't know who I am. Who is Melanie? I have no idea. So that took me about 2 months of me being like, okay, God, like, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I leave? Should I leave? And then I think after that, it was like fast forward to September. So I spent 2 months in limbo. Should I do it? I can do it. Okay, it's okay. Be brave. You got it. Then I spoke to my friend.
Yeah.
And then a week later, I was like, all right, I'm going into the church. This was September of 2024. And that's all she wrote. I was like, you know what? I broke up with my ex.
Yeah.
My boyfriend at the time the next day.
Yeah. And
he was so taken aback. He was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand why you're breaking up with me. I was like, this is just not it. Yeah. This is just not it. Yeah. And I think I did tell him, I'm like, I think God's just telling me to come back. And I'm like, you're not a part of this. You're not a part of like this journey or story. And I was just like, all right, here's my new life, I guess. Yeah. And from there, I kind of threw myself full force into it. I'm innately shy. I'm definitely
there is no way.
I lean introverted.
You're sitting on this couch right now, and I'm like, wow, Mel is really extroverted.
No, I'm not.
I swear to you, that was a thought in my brain. I'm like,
no, I'm extremely introverted. Like, if I could blend in with the wall, I would. Genuinely. And I'm like, well, all right, what do I do now? I'm like, I should probably get friends, right? I'm like, my only friends were like, I had 1 or 2 friends from like high school. Yeah. And then my other friend that I grew up with, Amanda, that kind of convinced me to go back into church. But I was like, they're all unbelievers. So I'm like, I think I need friends that actually know the Lord, right? So we had at the time Young Adults, which was all in. And I went in and I saw the auditorium was filled. It was like 80 people. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, this is my worst nightmare. I showed up anyways. And I don't think I said a word. I think I went in and I went out. Yeah. But I sat there and I was nervous the entire time. And I kept showing up every single week, even though I was really, really nervous. And I was like, one day I'll talk. One day I'll talk, right?
I think it's so crazy, like, where you're at now and what you're doing now. And obviously, like, we'll get to what you're doing now. But just to hear that little sliver of information to see just, like, what you're doing now is crazy.
What I'm doing now is out of my comfort zone.
Now I understand.
Man.
But I think that you fit so perfectly in what you're doing now. And obviously, we'll get to it. But I just think that's so, like, the Lord wanted you to find your identity in him. Like, he took away the things that are temporary, that you wouldn't have sustained you. Like, we think that even relationships or even people that the Lord bless us with, along our journey, are people that we can tend to put them on like pedestals, but it's like,
do not idolize relationships. No.
I've learned that multiple times.
Yeah. That's something which we will get to in this journey, but don't do it. Truly, the only way that I feel like, and it's still a struggle even now,
for sure.
It's just like my identity is in Jesus. Yeah. That's it. That's what saved me. Yeah. And that's what's delivered me time and time again when I need reminders to be like, you can't find love. The love you're looking for is only found in Jesus. Yeah. So everyone else is going to just fall short every single time.
Ugh. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we're up to you now going back to seeking true community.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up more in like a small church where kind of everyone knew everybody. And when I came to Life Church, I was like, wow, this church is huge. I'm like, it's very easy to get lost in the shuffle. Yeah. Like, if you're not actively putting yourself out there, it's going to be hard, unfortunately, right? It's like anything, like a big college campus, same thing. Like, if you're not like putting in the effort to try to get to know somebody or try to build community or try to be known, you'll get lost.
You'll get lost for sure.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just keep showing up.
Yeah.
And I showed up. I think one person started talking to me and it was great. And I was like, okay, this is like one friend. Shout out to Carlos. That was my first friend at church.
Yo, Los, oh my gosh.
And, you know, I think he broke down the barrier of me being nervous to come. So I was like, okay, like now at least one person will say hi to me and I could sit next to one person every single week. This is great, right? And then we had a Friendsgiving or something like that.
For all in.
And I'm like, all right, I don't want to go, but I'm going to come.
Yeah.
I'm going to come. And I still didn't really know anybody besides Carlos. So this was like September to November. So I had one friend. And it wasn't even a girl.
Yo. You're like, I'm banking on this friendship.
Yeah. And I went, and at the time, the leader of the group, Ellie, she kind of took a liking to me because I went to some workshops at her house because I really was like digging deep. Like I was in my word every single day. Like once I fully committed, it wasn't just like, oh, I went to church every Sunday. Like, no, I was like looking for the truth and trying to figure it out by myself and like being like, okay, like I'm gonna get a Bible. I'm gonna get a cute cover. I'm gonna get these tabs and I'm gonna read the Bible. I was like, I'm like, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm 25 years old, never read the Bible before. Yikes. Yikes, fake Christian. And I'm like, all right, let's start reading it. And I found like a Bible plan and I was like, this is great. And then I started to learn how to journal and I was just like, this is so much fun. This is great. I love this. On top of me trying to like actively try to find friends and stuff like that. And then at the Friendsgiving, Ellie pointed me to Jackie. And love Jackie, she was exactly what I needed at the time. She saw me. She's like, hey, who are you? She's like, what are you? What's your name?
No,
like,
oh my God, that's exactly
let's know everything about you. And her and I had just like such a long, deep conversation. And that was like, I knew in that moment, I felt so comfortable with her. I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to be in my life for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah, like we spoke like 3 hours right off the bat and it was like nonstop talking. And I'm like, okay, this is good. I was like, all right, I have Jackie.
Yeah.
And then it kind of kept going from there. Like with Jackie, me and Ellie got closer and then me and Yesenia got closer.
Yeah.
So that was like, I found my 3 core group of friends and it took a bit, but I would say that kind of got solidified from September to January. I would say that in January of 2025, that's when I was like, this is it. I think this is where I could call home.
Yeah.
I think this is the place where I found friends that actually are chasing after the Lord and that are way more spiritually mature than I am and that could really push me to grow.
I love that.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was just looking to grow in the Lord and I had no idea what to do or how to get there, but they were with me kind of every step of the way.
Yeah, he sent you like true community. It's funny because I, like my therapist, when I first started working with her, she always asked me like, who's your 2 and 3? And I'm like, 2 and 3, girl, me, myself, and I. What you talking about? Like,
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
And she's like, no, you need 2 or 3 people that are seeking the Lord in the capacity that you are, and also, with more wisdom and can hold you accountable, and they can, when you fall short, they can see your blind spots. And I think it's so nice that you mentioned that, you found your 3, like you found your group of friends that, you don't necessarily need, going back to like a analogy of like a team, right? Like coming from like the sports world, like you're so used to having a team, but Jesus had his 12 disciples, but he still had his 3. And I think that is where you truly find like community and intimacy and vulnerability. And, it's so funny because yesterday in my life group, we were talking about transparency and vulnerability and like relationships. And you really do need those core group of friends that have the same mission, the same, values as you do, to be able to kind of pull you along with the mission that they're also a part of.
Yeah.
I love that.
Truly. I mean, man, last year, that's the next segue. Last year was a hot mess for me.
Okay.
For more reasons than one. But without my 3 best friends, I would not be standing here and sitting here today. Truly. Like, those 3 girls, women, not girls, those 3 God-fearing women.
Right.
Have really showed me the love of the Father in such a deep way. And all I could say is thank you to them. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, they know how I feel about them, but without them, man, oh man, I would not know where I would be right now. Yeah. Honestly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you found your community.
Yeah.
It sounds like you found your community right before you went through something that was like, or things that were,
lots of things.
Yeah. Feel free to share whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
I'll only share one thing.
That's fine.
I think, let's see. The best way I could explain how 2025 went, it was filled with trials for me, but it built me into the person I am now. I was broken down to studs, nothing. I was nothing, and only God.
Yeah.
When I say only God brought me through, only He brought me through.
Yeah.
I guess, let's see. What could we talk about? I don't even know where to start.
Whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, let's see. I had a big health scare, which I think you kind of experienced it with me towards like the end of it. Let's see. In April of 2025, so about a year ago exactly, I had like this weird mystery illness. And it started off with thinking, I woke up one day and I was like, oh, like, I think I have strep throat. Like, my throat really, really hurts me. Strange. I'll just go to urgent care, take off from work. No big deal. They'll give me antibiotics and I'll be fine on my merry way. Because it just felt so normal. Yeah. Like, nothing was raising red flags right off the bat. And, I got some medication. They just thought I had, like, a cold. And I'm like, all right, yeah, makes sense. I kind of went home that day, and as the hours progressed, I started feeling worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible. What the heck's going on with me? I go to the bathroom, use the bathroom. I look in the toilet, and there's blood in my urine. Yeah. And I'm like, that's weird.
Right. That's not a cold.
No, I was like, this is strange. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, red flag. Told my parents, took me to urgent care again. So that was my second urgent care visit of the day. And I went, they're pretty dismissive. They're like, oh, it's probably just like a UTI. Yeah. I'm like, why are you trying to gaslight me? I'm like, I think I know what a UTI feels like. The medical
system in United States of America.
Yeah. Don't let at the end of this, trust your body. Trust your body. I knew something was wrong with me. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, like, maybe it is a UTI. Who am I to say? I don't know. Yeah. They gave me medication, and I started feeling better. And I'm like, okay, clearly it was a UTI. That's a weird way to experience one, but sure. Yeah. A few days went by, and the same thing happened to me. Where I was like, all right, I feel like really just like very sick. Like, I feel like I have the flu. Yeah. Same thing. I had like blood in my urine, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Yeah. I went to the ER. They did ultrasounds on me. They took blood work, and they're like, no, girl, you got a UTI. Like, there's like,
that's crazy.
They're like, nothing's flagging to show that something more is wrong with you. They're like, it's not kidney stones. We checked your kidneys. You seem fine. Nothing's blocking it. They're like, here's just more antibiotics. You should be fine. Here's like a longer dosage. Yeah. So I was on that for maybe like 2 weeks. A month went by. Same thing happened to me. Again.
Was it consistently happening, or was it just happening in bouts?
I guess in bouts. Like, it was like every month or 2 months. Like it was no more than every 6 weeks.
Okay.
Something would happen to me. And I was like, what is happening to me? And then I started getting scared. And, you know, I think I started getting really fearful because I, you know, I have like cancer runs in my family. I know that they say cancer is not genetic, but I don't feel like it's happened way too often in my
family to not like take it into consideration.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, something really wonky is happening to me, and I feel like no one's listening to me because here I am. I'm 26 now. I'm very active. Like I'd be at the gym all the time. Like I'm not lazy. I eat well. So everyone was kind of just passive because they're like, nothing should be wrong with you. So it's probably just like something so minor and it's not, oh, the antibiotics aren't taking care of it. So, you know, a few months went by. I started to really, like, not vouch for myself, but like be, what's that word?
Advocate?
An advocate. I was advocating for myself a lot. I don't vouch for myself. I was advocating for myself a lot with doctors because I'm like, listen, like, you're going to think I'm crazy, but give me, like, I need to go to specialists. Yeah. So they first started me off with going to, like, a, what's their called? Oh, my gosh.
That's a huge flag.
What the heck? Hey, what the heck doctor is it called? A urologist. That's what it is. They started having me being referred to like a urologist to look at my bladder because they're like, oh, it has to be UTI, it has to be deal with the bladder. I would go to the urologist and again, passive people. They would do tests on me, run blood work. They're like, nothing is wrong with you. Yet you keep coming in here saying something's wrong with you. And there still is blood in your urine. So we just aren't able to find out what's like the connection between the two. So, you know, again, I would do CAT scans. They'd stick me in a bunch of machines. I was poked and prodded so much for about 6 months last year. So from like April all the way to September, October of last year, it was like I was in the dark. And at the time I would pray and be like, God, what is happening to me? I'm like, this is crazy. I'm really not understanding. And I would pray. I'm like, God, like, I need answers. I need answers. I thought you loved me. Why am I going through this? And I feel like I was slowly chipping away at like my faith and slowly chipping away at everything. Like I had just kind of come back. And then it was like one attack after another, after another with just a whole bunch of things. And I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm like, I feel like I can't catch a break with like my personal life, with everything. Now my health is crapping out on me. I'm like, this is great. This is great. I love this. And I was like, what the heck? So it's 6 months of silence, essentially, from God and from doctors and from everyone. And I'm like, all right, what am I to do? And I finally, by the grace of God, I finally got in front of a doctor that actually sat down and listened to me. And she was like, you know, it was like another urologist. And she's like, you know, I don't think I'm able to help you, but I think I know who you should go to. And they're like, you should probably go to a kidney specialist. I was like, ding, ding, ding. Here's someone. I'm getting somewhere now.
You're moving the needle a little bit.
So I found a kidney specialist. You know, I think I wrote in the notes, and the doctor could also see with all the blood tests that I was taking. They're like, I had this weird illness and here are the symptoms that I was having. And as soon as I was able to get this appointment with this woman, she walked in there. She's like, I know what's wrong with you. And I looked at her. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, can I relate to you what I think, like all the symptoms that happened to you? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. She's like, okay, like it starts off with like an upper respiratory thing, right? Like you feel like your throat really, really hurts you. And then like you experience like fever, chills, all that stuff. Like you have the flu, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay. And then maybe like a day or two after you start having blood in your urine. And I'm like, exactly right. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, the only way I'm able to fully diagnose what I think you have is we need to give you a kidney biopsy.
Yeah.
And she's like, however, I think you have this thing. It's called IgNA. And she's like, it's a autoimmune and chronic kidney disease where it's like when your immune system gets attacked, the antibodies, instead of fighting the illness, it starts to attack your kidneys instead.
Yeah. Lovely.
Which that's what causes the blood in your urine. And I'm like, oh, damn, that sucks. But I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I was like, wow, I hated hearing that.
Yeah.
But we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Great. That's great. And I think something that really like stuck out from me from that whole conversation was one that she was just so like, okay, on the money, basically. And she was just like, you know, this is a chronic illness. And those that don't know what chronic means, that means forever. You will live with this forever. This is something that changes your life forever. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, amazing. I was totally taken aback. And then we scheduled kidney biopsy for maybe like 3 weeks later. Got the kidney biopsy, and a few days later, the doctor called me, and that's when my world changed. Yeah. She was like, all right, girl, it's confirmed.
Wow.
She's like, this is what you have. It's called IgNA. And, you know, let's schedule an appointment so we could kind of figure out next steps. Yeah. And so I could explain better what that meant. Yeah. And that, man, it was... I got diagnosed, and also at that same time, something else was happening to me. So it was like double whammy back to back. And I'm like, wow. The legalistic part of me was like, damn, I must deserve this That was going to be my
follow-up. Like, how, like, what was your thought? Like, because you said that this is a long time, 6 months. You felt like the Lord was like quiet. How did that like affect how you viewed him?
I struggled a lot. Yeah. It was me fighting myself and my thoughts every single day, because that's where the enemy wants you. He wants you to be confused and secluded. Yeah. And I was like, God doesn't love me. Wow. I'm like, I must not be. At the time, I was not living right either. Yeah. Like, it was like I was back and I was saved, but some things were going on where I was like, one foot in the world, one foot out. And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm doing this. I'm not fully committed. And I do feel like my half in, half out had to do with me starting to get sick, because I was like, I think I'm going to die. I fully convinced myself last year, like last March, April. That's scary. I was like, this is it. Like, I'm like, I might not make it to my birthday in December. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, no one's able to figure out what's wrong with me. Yeah. Okay.
That's so scary.
I was like just starting to come back, and it was like very quick for me to be like, okay, nope, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. So I would kind of just like go back a little bit, fall back into my old ways. And that definitely did affect my relationship, because then I was just running away from God. Yeah. I was like, okay, you're not healing me, even though, right, I believe and I read that you could heal anybody. Why aren't you doing it to me? Yeah. I'm not getting that. Yeah. Nothing's making sense to me. And I would run away, and I would hide, and I would avoid reading my Bible. I would just be like, all right, I'm going to just show up to church and kind of just do my own thing. And it was just hard. Yeah. Very hard for me for the summer.
That's so, thank you for sharing that. Like, that's so heavy to deal with. And it sounds like you went through, like, you lamented a lot throughout that period. And I think this was also brought up yesterday in my life group as well too, how we have the book of Psalms, that is the longest book in the Bible. And it's just about, you know, people pouring out their hearts, David pouring out what he's truly feeling to the Lord. And even though you went through a period of like silence of him not answering, it also makes me think about Job, right? Where it's like,
I think I have like a photo album in my phone with me crying all the time, and it was like Job season. Like, I fully was like, this is the worst. I feel like this guy.
No, it's just making me think about how, you know, as you're going through that season was also very important because you were honest with the Lord. Like,
yeah,
you were honest with like, I don't want to talk to you right now because I'm not hearing from you and you're not healing me. And I can see that you're doing it for this person or that person. I can see you doing it in different areas of my life, but what, like, why are you so silent here? Like, what's happening? Like, this isn't just like a, Lord, I'm praying for a job or a house. Like, this is my health. Yeah. And you're not answering. But I think there's such a beauty in lamenting in a season. And the Bible speaks to that, like true feelings. Like, I don't want to pray today because you're not talking to me. And like, I don't want to talk to you either. Cause like, what?
It was hard. It was like, I started to try to build my foundation and then it's like I thought I had that foundation. Yeah. And it's like same thing, like the song Firm Foundation. And like, I mean, I'm not that great at quoting things from the Bible, but it's like my foundation was built on sand. Yeah. It was very easy for it to just get blown away by the wind. And I thought I was locked in with the Lord and I was like, oh no, this is showing me. Yeah. I was not anywhere near where I thought in my head I was. Yeah. And I think that's why I would like push away God. I'm like, you're not even doing, like, you don't see all the times I read my Bible and all this. Acts. I was going things based on works and acts. Like, oh, I'm acting right. I'm doing all of this. But it's like, still, it wasn't like fully penetrating my heart.
Yes. I think that. I always say, I don't understand how, before I would say, like, I don't understand how people would say, oh, people could be in church for like 40, 50 years and miss the Lord. And then it like clicked to me one day. It's like your heart posture. It's like you can be doing all of these acts, but if it's not penetrating your heart, if it's not transforming your mind and transforming your life, it's like you're built, to your point, building your foundation on sand. Yeah. And maybe that was what was happening at that time where, you know, the Lord might have just been like, I want you to have such a firm foundation that even if I don't fully heal you of this chronic disease, your faith isn't going to waver. You're going to trust in me. You're going to lean in me. You're going to still do the things that I call you and want the purpose that I want you to walk out. Yep. But that's so heavy to have gone through that.
Yeah, but to your point, that's exactly what happened. Like once I got the diagnosis, you know, I was like, I need to lock in. Like, I'm sitting here complaining about my choices, complaining about a whole bunch of things. I'm like, I just need to cry to you, God, instead of complain and run away from you. And I think that's where things started changing. Like, I think I really started to lock in August, I would say. And even more so, definitely, like that was a pivoting point for me for like when I actually got the diagnosis in October. But it was like through the suffering of everything. Yeah. I don't know. There's just so much beauty in suffering. Yes. Truly. And I could say that now coming on the other side of it. And it didn't feel, and it never feels like that during, trust me.
It doesn't. It never feels like that.
Never. Like, here I was thinking that I was fully going to die. Yeah. And really taking a step back and looking at what God was doing. He was doing exactly what you said. He was rebuilding me to be like, listen, girl, you got to stop doing what you're doing. Yeah. You got to stop living the way that you used to live. You got to stop complaining about all these things that are happening in your life. Just give it to me fully. Yeah. And I will take care of you.
Yeah. And I want people to also know that, like, yes, your diagnosis wasn't necessarily the repercussion of you being lukewarm.
No, it's not. Please, yes. Like, that was legalistic Melanie, old ways, not understanding the heart of the Father. Right. Because now I understand, and that is not a punishment. Yeah. We live in a broken world, guys. Sure. There's things that happen. There's suffering and pain and war. So much happens. And that is not a part of God's perfect plan for us. This is just unfortunately the way it is living on this earth. Yeah. And it's not because of anything I did. It just happened. This was just an unfortunate thing that happened to me. And I'm so glad that it happened to me.
Yeah. That's so good. Yeah, because I think people, and he is going to heal you. Regardless of if it happens on this side of the earth or the other side of the earth. It's
I'm
like,
healed.
You're healed.
I'm walking in healing.
Period. Like, you are. Like, I think we tend to think about the Lord as this genie, especially living in a culture where everything is instant gratification. We're thinking like, oh Lord, you have to heal me now, or you have to give me this thing now. But there's so much beauty in suffering. Like,
there is.
Scripture says that he is made strong like in our weakness. Like, his strength endures through our weakness.
Yeah.
And so we have to boast in that weakness, like how you are right now. Like, that's a testimony to that scripture. It's like, I'm gonna boast in my weakness because it is only because of him why I'm sitting here today. It's only because of him why I was able to endure. It was not because of anything that I did. Like, I think we tend to think of works on like think of it of like, oh, I didn't do this thing, so I'm not getting this thing. But it's like, also, you can't, if that was just a card that was dealt because of the fallen world that we're living in, it's like, I can't do anything about it but trust in the Lord. Yeah. Like, I can't work to get my healing. Like, obviously I can take the appropriate measures, to live as much of a healthy life as I can, but I can't outwork the purpose. And then on top of all of that, there is a calling that suffering led to.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to continue to how that kind of like transition.
Yeah. So I think once I was really locking in way more and really trusting the Lord and really fully now like building my foundation and identity in him and understanding how much God loves me and how much he sees me regardless of all of these things that are happening to me. Funny enough, when I got diagnosed at such an interesting stage with this illness, because most people that get diagnosed, they're like way far along, meaning that like their kidneys are failing and they need dialysis, they need all these things. I'm at a place where all I have to do is trust that I will be okay.
Wow.
There's no I take no medication. They could not give me anything. They're like, you're healthy for the most part.
Wow. Wow.
And they're like, you kind of just need to keep doing, like, live a healthy lifestyle, which I was already doing. So there was really no that much change there. But it's like, take it day by day.
Yeah.
And trust and hope and pray that you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I live through every single day. I'm like, God, I'm praying that I'm fine. I'm praying that I don't get sick because it is an autoimmune thing. So if I'm around people that are sick, it could potentially lead for me to
get a flare up.
To get a flare up and have all these extra nonsense happen to me. But my kidneys function fine as a normal person. You take my blood work right now and you wouldn't think anything's wrong with me.
That's so crazy. Like, I have like chills thinking about it because I'm like, how good is our Father that he used everything for good. Like, one of my favorite scriptures that I always talk about is Romans 8:2-8. It's like, all things work together for good.
Yeah.
Like, when we think that we're dealt this burden and we can't carry it, the Lord is like, if you just trust me, it's not as bad as you think it is. Like, don't walk in your yoke. Like, take my yoke upon you. Like, my yoke is easy. Like, he's like, just trust me. Just trust me. Like,
and
that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that I had to like learn.
Yeah.
Through my walk, I'm like, all right, God, I'm trusting you. I'm a control freak by nature.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't control. These are the things I can no longer control. And I have to lean on you.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. And that's what I'm walking through. So all of that pushing from September, October, when I got my diagnosis, and it was me just like, again, building my identity step by step, month by month, really cracking down. And honestly, my life felt pretty mundane after. It was just like, all right, I'm here. And all I would do is like, I'd get up in the morning and I'd be outside right before I go to work and I'd be praying for like an hour and a half and reading my word and doing all these things. But it felt like mundane. which is, I think I needed that. I needed to sit and sit for a while. And with all like my health stuff, I took a step back from serving. I took a step back completely from a lot of things. Yeah. And I was like, it needs to be me and God right now. That's it. Yeah. And I spent months doing that. And in January, when we do this thing at our church, which was like the 21 days of fasting and prayer, and I'm like, God, I think I'm ready for my next thing. I'm like, I think I'm ready. I'm like, look, I spent like months like really locked in, and I feel like so healed. Like I sought mentorship, I saw all these things where I'm like, I'm nowhere where I was a few months ago. And I saw the fruit in that. And all my friends saw the fruit and my hard work and me like being so dedicated to rebuilding my relationship with the Lord and just like rebuilding myself and being like, who am I? Yeah. Who am I? And it was so good that time being sat down. And then I would pray. I'm like, God, like I'm looking for a direction now. Like, I'm like, I think I'm all right. Yeah. Right. And I prayed that whole time, 21 days. And that's what I was like fasting for. Yeah. And I'm like, God, like, what's my next step? Silence. Silence, nothing. Yeah. Here it is. Another unanswered prayer. Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? All right. I guess it's nothing. Yeah. I just need to sit still more. Yeah. Okay. Some unanswered prayers are God's answering us 100%. We're just not liking the answer.
Yeah, like 100%. Like we tend to think that it has to be like there's a revolutionary, like mind blowing, like, oh my gosh, he's gonna send me into the fields, and he's like, no, I quite literally just want you to sit here with me this season.
Well, yeah, and that's what it was. Like I spent like 6 months again, like just sitting and learning, and then. Literally, probably in like March, I was in my quiet time with the Lord, and I was just like literally just sitting in silence, and all I heard in my head was, you should start a run club. And I'm like, what? Like, talk about random. I'm like, running? Nah. I'm like, God, is that you? Yeah. I'm like, can't be. I'm like, I must have just saw something on Instagram where it was like run clubs or whatever. I'm like, that was random. Yeah. And then I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, run club. I'm like, honestly, this isn't something that I would think of myself. I was like, I don't like running. I'm not a runner. Like, sure, I did softball, but all I had to run around 4 bases. It's not a lot. Yeah. So I kind of shoved the idea to the back of my head. And I'm like, well, God, I don't really think it's from you. Oh, how I was wrong. How I was wrong. After that, I went to sleep that night. All I was dreaming about was a run club. And it was crazy. Me in front of a crowd talking. Wow. And I'm like, that was weird. All right, that kind of makes sense. I was just thinking about it a few hours ago. Right. Sure. And I was like, that was a little weird because I'm not like a dreamer. I don't really remember my dreams, but that was like so vivid. I was like, oh, strange. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm going to just push it off to the side. Can't be anything. It's just me thinking about nonsense. Every single night for the rest of the week, I had that same exact dream. That's crazy. Like, to the T. It was me in front of a bunch of people, like influencers, like those run club influencers. And it was like me connecting with them, me talking in front of a whole crowd. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, dang it. It is from you, God. I'm like, this is what you want me to do? Yeah. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I'm like, again, like, God, I don't run. Yeah. And then I slowly started to tell, like, I told Ellie, I told Yessie, and I'm like, I think I need to do this, guys. And they're like, yeah, that seems cool. And I'm like, all right, like, let me like pen to paper it. Like, if I write it down and I understand the purpose of why I'm doing this, all right, I'll do it. Yeah. I'll do it. Let's make it make sense to me. Because, I'm just doing a run club just to do a run club?
Just to run, yeah.
No. And I think once I said that, I sat and I was so focused for about 2 hours. I was sitting at my desk in my room and I wrote like a proposal, like a mission statement.
Wow.
And it was basically, I had heard a word from a pastor. I was with Yessie, one of my friends, and we ran into her old pastor growing up. And he said something along the lines of like, you know, like, we as Christians, we need to like commune with one another more and really just utilize each other for when one thing fails, we have to lift each other up. And it was in the context of like our youth at the church. It has taken a sabbatical at the time. And a few of like our kids that would go to Axis, they started going to Yessie's old church.
Gotcha.
So the pastor was like, this is what we're supposed to do. Like, you guys don't have this anymore. So it's up to us to help and pick you guys up and fill in the gap when it needs to be filled. And I was like, that's so beautiful. He was just like, yeah, that's like, we're just like one body in Christ. I was like, you're so right, man. I was like, you're kind of spitting right now. I was like, I really like that. And I was like, I think this is, and like cultivate adult friendships. Yeah. I was like, I know it's hard. Yeah. I know it's so hard. And I'm like, how easy would it be to already do something so fun with someone? And it's like, oh, like everyone likes to do maybe like try new things. Like you already have like something to entice people. Right. Working out. Yeah. You're already on common ground already. Then the added layer is like, oh, and they're Christian? I'm like, this is so
they're cool.
easy. And they're cool. And they're so trendy. And I'm like, this is perfect. Yeah. I'm like, that's what it is. I'm like, I want to bring more people together my age that may or may not know the Lord and to just like commune with one another every single Saturday. Yeah. And that's where it started. Yeah. So that was in March. And I'm like, okay, I can't just do this by myself. Yeah. I started leaning on my friends. Yeah. And I started pitching ideas to all my friends and even to the staff at church. Yeah. Shout out to Allison. And shout out to Pastor Jim. You know, like, of course, there's always politics within church. And I'm like, I don't want to offend anybody, right? Like, I want to do this outside of like a traditional life group because I'm like, it's not just the life church thing, guys. I'm like, everyone get on board with it. I'm like, there's so much more. Yeah. I'm like, there's so many more people that are in dire need of community and dire need of like actual kingdom friendships that will push you and help you grow like they did, like my friends did for me. Yeah. I'm like, there has to be this. So everyone greenlit it and I'm like, all right, everything has gone so smoothly. Yeah. And you know, one of my spiritual gifting is it sounds so boring, but I'm really good administratively.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It's helped me. It's helped me so much with this run club because when I was really like thinking about it in the beginning stages, I was like, man, I don't think anyone could plan this like to this extent of what it takes besides me. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm on board. Yeah. And once everyone was on board and I got leaders and all that stuff, it was full force. Yeah. And this weekend's going to be like our fifth run. It's been a month now of me officially launching. So wait, I didn't even say the name. I started.
You dropped a little gem.
I dropped a little gem and I didn't even wrap it up fully. The run club is One Body Run Club. Yeah.
And what's the anchor scripture again?
It is Romans 12:4 that we are one body and many members.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that it's so like honor and just like your yes. It's so amazing to see how it's turned out. Like I've been to, I think 3 or 2, might have been 2, 3. I don't know. But just seeing like genuinely just having fun. Like the ones that I've been to, like last week was just so fun. Or not last week, this past Saturday was just so fun. Yeah, like it's fun. Like you don't have the pressure of like, you know, you need to run the mile. You can walk. You can talk to people. Like it's so beautiful to see and hear more about how it came to, you know, fruition. Yeah. Because like I'm being blessed by it. Like I'm finding more community through it. And it's just amazing to see how, you know, you gave your yes and like, you know, you're still in the baby stages of it right now, but I definitely see it being something that is gonna flourish across not just Westchester, but like New York. And I know, especially in a culture now, I feel like run clubs have become like this like fad.
Yeah, and that's I feel like I want to speak on that. Like I'm not doing this for clout.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be a wannabe fitness influencer, whatever. God told me to do it and I said yes.
Yeah.
And the whole premise and basis of the Run Club is I am not a runner and I'm doing this as solely like a community building thing because I fully walk.
Yeah.
I am the quote unquote founder, leader, whatever. I walk it. I think we raced on Saturday.
We did.
Yo, Rasheeda's a beast. I was like, there's no way I'm beating like a college athlete. Like a sprinting race. But it's like, that I'll do, right? A little quick little burst. But it's like, the whole thing is built on not running. It's not about running. It's not about how fast you run. It's not about your mile time. It's not about anything other than just having fun with people that also love the Lord or people that are curious about knowing the Lord because I think this is a perfect fun introduction because if you're scared to go within the four walls of a church this is the perfect thing to do. This is like the third space. It's outside of a church. It's outside of like traditional things that maybe people like have come to know. But it's just like you kind of trick people. There's been a lot of people not in like a sus way, but there's been a lot of people that like don't believe and they've just been coming because it is fun. And then it's like every single week we'll either do like a prayer or definitely like 2 times a month we do like a deeper devotional where it's like you really drill down on the word of God because that's the center. That's the root. That's the purpose of this all is to bring more people to Christ.
It's amazing. Like it's like I absolutely, when I was in Jamaica and I missed it, I was so mad because I'm like, guys, you're having so much fun without me. But it's like it's I think it's gonna expand. I think the Lord's hand is absolutely on it. Like there's no doubt about it. Just to see the people that turn up, like
that in and of itself, it's like a blessing. Like coming out of doing this, I think I was scared. You're always scared to do something new, and I'm like, I'm not qualified to do this. Who am I? I just started coming back to Christ and I finally feel like I got my footing. Who am I to lead people? That was really daunting. And I felt, not to get into it too much, but I have lived a life of the world for a long time. I have done things I'm not proud of. I've done things that have been so out of character. But God, by his grace and love, redeems people. Amen. He redeems broken people. And I am number one on that list. I was a broken person and only by the blood of Jesus am I be able to be washed clean and be able to be here today and run this because no matter what I did, it doesn't define who I am now. And God's hand is on this.
No, it is.
It is on this.
There's no denying it. Like, you see the fruit. Like, you see the joy. And I absolutely love how it's not just tailored to believers. I love that it's a space where people who are curious can come and see that the church is not just the physical four walls, but it's within each person. And that people who love the Lord can have fun. Like,
we have a lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun. Like... a lot. And you can see it there's different ethnicity, different gender. There's different, like, there, you just see the beauty in just what's happening. And I'm so glad to be a part of it and be able to contribute to it because, like I said, like I definitely see this being something that is gonna not just bless Westchester, but also for sure bless New York in the revival that is happening and will continue to happen in New York. I see it. I really do. Like definitely from the first week I was like, I'll be so happy if 2 people show up because again it's not about who attends or how many people attend. Like I'm like, my yes is my yes and I will do this and I will steward this well. And I'll show up every single week and prep and whatever.
40 people showed up on the first time.
Crazy.
And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then it was like me kind of introing what this was. And again, like I kind of got emotional after. I definitely, after the first time, I like went home and cried for a long time. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what a blessing. I'm like, God, this is from you. Like that was like my final redeeming thing. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, dang, I thought I was a nobody. I thought my life was over last year.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at this. I would have never thought. Like, I'm like, there's nobody but you that could do all of this.
Yeah. Way more than we can think or imagine. Like, oh, I just love the Lord. Like, I love when he just like puts, like, you can see his thumbprint on the things that he's calling his children to do.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, I'm so grateful to be a part of it. We might, need you to be an administrator for the Let's Testify
let's do
podcast.
I would love that. I love organizing things.
Administration is not my strong suit, in the sense of like just tying everything together. Like, I feel like I can bring the people together to get the thing done. But if I was to do it on my own, it's like, oh no.
Let's do it. Let's talk. Yeah, it feels like such a lame gift.
Yeah.
But I guess it's because to me it comes right second nature. A lot of these things, but yeah, I'll be more than willing to help you.
What are you like looking forward to?
Oh, honestly, just seeing where God takes this. I think a lot of my life I spent looking into the future for things and like being like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm just taking it day by day at this point. Like, I'm like, we run every single Saturday at 11 in different locations around Westchester. But I just look forward to Saturday and seeing everyone's face and to see, like definitely the first run, like I gave my testimony, my health testimony, and it touched a lot of people. A lot of people came up to me after and they're like, I want to be more vulnerable with my friends. They're like, it took a lot for you to like say, to say all of that in front of strangers. Like 80% of people, sure, they know me, but it's like, they didn't know me that deeply. And I don't know, just to be able to like talk to people, share with people every single week. I do see this growing a lot really quickly, but I don't really know. I don't really know what the future has. Honestly, I'll just take it day by day and I see the fruit of it every single weekend. Yeah. But something's going to happen with one body.
I'm definitely what came to mind just now is I'm reading this book called 12 Ordinary Men, and it's basically talking about how the disciples were 12 just regular dudes that Jesus called, and they did extraordinary things like preaching the gospel across the entire world. Yeah. And so sometimes we think that, how can the Lord use a broken person like me? But it's like, it's evident in the Bible how he chose 12 disciples and he had 3 that followed him closely, and they were just ordinary. And we don't need to be like, we just need to use what he gives us. Like to your point, like, we have the community, we just need to figure out how to put the community together. There's a need, we know that there's a need. How can we put together like this thing that can solve for the need? Like, I love what you mentioned, and I think Andy kind of talked about this on his podcast episode as well too. It's like, when you see that there's a need in your church, if that is your church, you lean into that. You don't complain. No. You don't say or point fingers. You lean into that. How can I fill the gap? Like, how, and if maybe I don't necessarily have the answer, how can I seek to collaborate with leaders in my church to solve this issue? Yeah. And I think you're doing a great job of that right now, like bringing together the young adults. Like, that's definitely a need. I think it's gonna pave the way for generations that are coming up after us, you know. So yeah,
it's good. Yeah, it's not just like a Life Church thing. I've been reaching out to a lot of churches. Like, I'm like, is there a need for this? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I really feel like your young adults ministry could really benefit from this.
Do you have like a cap on like age per se when you say young adult, or is
Yeah,
it
I
kinda
have
like...
it at like 21 to 35.
Okay.
I feel like that's good. However, if it is younger, well, it's a case by case basis.
She said submit the application.
Yeah,
if you're
case by
younger.
case basis. Even older, like I
Yeah.
feel like there's just such a need for people sometimes, and I don't want to be like so rigid
Yeah.
on the age thing.
Yeah.
You know?
36, you're out.
No, because I know, man. I know it's so hard to get real friends.
This is true, especially in that age, 20 to 35. It's
like everyone's at such a different place. And also, we accept kids.
Yeah, bring your children.
Yeah.
If you have kids, we love them. Anything else you want to share before we kind of wrap up? This is great.
I don't know. Do you want me to say anything?
No, this is your space. I'm very honored that you shared your testimony. You were vulnerable and transparent. Yeah, I mean, whatever else you feel like is on your heart, whatever else you feel like you want to share.
Let's think about this for a second. I don't know. I think, again, like there is so much beauty in suffering. And sometimes it really is like God will knock everything out of your life where he's like, nope, you can't take this.
Yeah.
You want to hold on to this. I'm like, that's not where I want you to be.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take you out of all of these things that once tied you to who you used to be, because with me, you're a new creation in Christ. We can't bring, right? I love that Bible verse where it's like you get the old wineskins with the new wine.
I love that. It's
so true. You can't bring the old with the new.
Yeah.
And I had to let go of a lot of the old before stepping into this new season.
Yeah.
And I see the fruit. I see the blessing, and really just like building that identity, like building my relationship and rebuilding just like myself and my identity in Christ, because without that foundation, nothing's gonna work.
Yeah.
That foundation is what is like the pillar, the pyramid, right?
Yeah.
God is at the top, and all of these nice, fun, extra things come. They're just extra. Definitely my favorite Bible verse is Matthew 6:33.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah, it is.
I knew it was coming.
Just like seek first the kingdom of God, and all else will be given to you. Like hone in on that. I could nail that again and again and again into my head, because without God, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. God could take away this run club right now from me. Okay, I still have him.
Yeah.
He took away my health. He took away all that. He didn't take nothing away. Let's backtrack.
Right.
Let's go back. A lot was taken from me last year. And it could all be taken away again. My job, I could lose my job. I could lose a lot. But God is still good no matter what's going on around me.
Yeah. I can't with you.
Yo, Brian, make sure you...
No, seriously, if y'all are watching this here in Westchester, you have an Instagram. It's One Body Run Club.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure I'll put it.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'll put it in the description. That way, anyone that's watching this would they just simply just reach out to you on Instagram? Like, how can they get kind of like plugged in?
So you could follow us on Instagram. Also, I'll leave my information at It's Mel Garcia on Instagram. We have a link in our bio, which we use this app called Halo.
Yeah.
That's where you could kind of register, join the group itself, and see all the upcoming events. Like I said, we run every Saturday at 11. The location does vary. We did something fun this past weekend. We did like a fun track day, which we will be doing definitely once a month.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was a lot of fun. You could register there, see all the events. There's communication, so you could hear from me about any parking, any logistics stuff, those boring details that you need to know before you go anywhere, so you're not out of the loop.
Right.
Everything is found there.
Okay. I'll definitely put the link in. That way, whoever watches this video and they want to access it, I'll put the link into Halo and your Instagram, and also the One Body Run Club Instagram as well. But yeah, if you're in Westchester, or if just like you're in the surrounding New York area, I definitely highly recommend. There are definitely cool people, i.e. me and Mel, that will be there. And it's just fun. It's honestly just a fun time. Like, especially now that it's getting warmer outside, like definitely pull up. Like,
hey guys, we have to steward our bodies well. We're a temple of the Holy Spirit.
Actually, though. And I think, oh my gosh, I felt so great the first time. The first run that you had in Mamaroneck. Oh my God. Like, I was like on a high for like an hour after. I was like, I can move the mountains. Because you just feel so good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, I'm kind of scared to work out by myself. But doing it with other people has made this a lot easier for me.
And what I love that you do also is that there's fellowshipping after it. Yeah.
Every single time. Because that's really the point. Like, sure, we're running around and we're working out because it's really great to do. We need to move our bodies. But after, it's like, we could all just talk.
Yeah.
And that's where you find friends and you build community. And definitely one thing that I do and all the other leaders do is that if you are new, we will connect with you.
So you won't be alone.
No, you're not going to be alone. I don't want anyone feeling alone. That's like not the purpose. Like, I want to talk with you. I want to get to know you. Our leaders want to get to know you, and we'll connect you with other people that you think we would be good with.
I can't wait to see what this looks like 3 months from now and how the Holy Spirit will move through it. I can't wait to see what it's like a month from now. Like, honestly, like throughout the summertime, like I know it's definitely going to be the talk of the town. And that means that we have to get you back on the orange couch for you to tell us more.
That'd be so fun. I feel like I'm on the episode of An Office. Like, I keep like looking. I'm just like...
I can't. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday afternoon with me, your Tuesday evening with me, and for being vulnerable and transparent and sharing more of your testimony. I feel like our community will definitely get to know you a little bit more as you spearhead something that is going to be, I think, a very big push in our revival. So I just want to honor you and say thank you for your yes. Thanks for partnering with the Holy Spirit.
I get so embarrassed, guys. Like, why? I'm like, this is again, like I said, I was an introvert, and I'm like, oh man. Every weekend it's talk about God will push you out of your comfort zone. Even this is out of my comfort zone. I'm like,
I know you were walking in. I'm like, she's like, I'm so nervous. I'm like, why? Everyone always says it. I'm like, guys, just think about it. We're just yapping together.
You're like, ignore the camera.
Ignore it. Like, we're just sitting here yapping together. That's it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. This was great. It definitely blessed me, and I can't wait to watch it back. And I hope it blessed you guys as well too. I hope Mel's testimony. Not, lie to me. Please. But I hope Mel's testimony and story was definitely impactful. It definitely, like I said, blessed me, and I hope it blessed you as well too. Again, I will drop all her information in the description box so you guys can check out her Instagram. You can check out the One Body Run Club, and you can join us on Saturdays at 11 a.m. to run a mile or walk it, whatever you choose. Crawl, I don't know, dance
or don't do anything. Like, just come for the vibes.
Just come for the vibes. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode, and again, thank you, Mel, for sitting on this orange couch with me. I do appreciate it. And thank you guys again for watching. Until next time, peace.
Bye.